It was a cold, rainy night when Alex Miller pulled over by the side of the road, his hands shaking on the steering wheel. The man he'd just rescued was lying in the mud, bleeding from a cut on his forehead. Alex had no idea who he was, just another stranger in trouble, it seemed. But when the man opened his eyes and whispered, "Please, don't hit me. I'm already hurt," Alex froze. Something about that voice, it sent a shiver down his spine. He knew that voice. He'd heard it every day for years, on the company intercom, in meetings, on TV. That broken man lying in the mud was none other than Richard Hale, the powerful CEO who had once destroyed Alex's career. Hey everyone, welcome back to Kind Heart Stories, where real emotions meet real lessons. If you love stories that touch your soul and remind you that kindness can change everything, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support keeps these stories alive and spreading light where it's needed most. Alex Miller had once been a proud man. He'd worked for Hale Industries, a massive construction firm, for nearly 10 years. A single dad raising his little girl, Emma, he'd poured everything into his job. But a single mistake, an accident at a site caused by faulty equipment, cost him everything. The company blamed Alex. No investigation, no second chances. Just a letter of termination signed by one man, Richard Hale, the CEO. That was 3 years ago. Since then, Alex had been working odd jobs, trying to keep the lights on and pay rent. He never hated Richard Hale exactly, he just couldn't understand how a man so powerful could ruin someone's life without even looking them in the eye. So when Alex found the man lying by the side of the road that stormy night, soaked and hurt, he didn't think twice. He pulled over, grabbed his jacket, and ran toward him. "Sir, are you okay?" Alex shouted over the rain. The man looked up weakly, flinching at the sound of his voice. His expensive suit was torn, his hands scraped, and his eyes were full of fear. "Please, don't hurt me," he whispered. "Take the car, take whatever you want. Just don't hit me." Alex shook his head in disbelief. "Hey, no one's gonna hurt you. I'm here to help." He helped the man to his feet, supporting his weight as they stumbled toward Alex's old pickup truck. Only when they reached the headlights did Alex finally see the man's face clearly. His breath caught in his throat. It was Richard Hale. The same man who had once looked down at him like dirt. For a moment, Alex's mind went blank. Part of him wanted to walk away, to leave the man to his fate, the way he'd left Alex years ago. But another part of him, the part that heard his daughter's voice saying, "Daddy, you always help people," wouldn't let him. Without another word, Alex opened the passenger door and helped Richard inside. "Hang tight," he said quietly. "We'll get you some help." The drive was silent. Rain hammered the windshield, and thunder rolled through the sky. Richard kept staring at Alex, trying to figure out why this stranger seemed so familiar. Finally, he said in a weak voice, "Do I know you?" Alex didn't answer right away. "Maybe once," he said softly. "But that doesn't matter now." They reached a small clinic at the edge of town. The nurse rushed out, helping Richard inside. Alex stayed behind, soaked to the bone, watching through the window as the doctor cleaned his wounds. He could have left right then. But he didn't. Something inside told him to stay. An hour later, Richard came out, his arm bandaged, his pride clearly more bruised than his body. "I owe you my life," he said quietly. "Thank you for stopping. Most people wouldn't have." Alex gave a small smile. Anyone would have done the same. Richard shook his head. "No," he said. "Not anymore. People don't stop. They just drive by." For the first time, Alex saw something he'd never seen in the man before: vulnerability. The mask of power was gone. This wasn't the arrogant CEO everyone feared. This was just a man who'd lost his way. "You're lucky to be alive," Alex said. "What happened out there?" Richard sighed. "Car accident. I swerved to avoid a dog, lost control. My phone's dead, no one answered when I tried to wave for help. Guess karma finally caught up to me." He gave a bitter laugh. Alex hesitated before speaking. Maybe it's not karma, he said softly. Maybe it's a chance. Richard frowned. A chance for what? To see how it feels, Alex replied. Silence filled the air. Then Richard looked closer at him. Wait, he said slowly. You're Alex Miller. You used to work for me. Construction division, right? Alex nodded. Yeah. You fired me after that side accident. Richard's eyes widened. My God. I remember. You lost your home after that, didn't you? Alex looked away. Doesn't matter now. I've got my little girl, and we're doing okay. Richard's voice cracked. I'm sorry, Alex. I truly am. I never looked at the reports myself. I just signed what my team put in front of me. I didn't know. Alex cut him off gently. You didn't care. That's what hurt the most. I wasn't just an employee, Richard. I was a dad trying to feed his daughter. Richard lowered his head, shame washing over him. You're right. I didn't care. I was too busy chasing numbers, profits, deadlines. Somewhere along the line, I forgot what people actually mean. They sat in silence again, the hum of the clinic lights buzzing above them. Finally, Richard looked up. Why did you help me? Alex thought about it for a moment. Because someone once helped me, he said. After I lost my job, I was in a bad place. There was a man at the diner where I worked nights. He saw me struggling to pay for my daughter's meal and quietly covered the bill. I never forgot that. Kindness doesn't have to be earned, it just has to be given. Richard nodded slowly, tears welling in his eyes. You're a better man than I ever was. Alex smiled faintly. Maybe not. Maybe you just needed someone to remind you who you could be. The next morning, Richard insisted on driving Alex home. When they arrived at the small apartment complex, Emma came running out, barefoot and laughing. Daddy, she shouted, throwing her arms around Alex's waist. Richard's expression softened. She's beautiful, he said. Yeah, Alex smiled. She's my whole world. Richard looked down at the little girl, then back at Alex. Alex. I can't undo the past. But maybe I can make it right. A week later, Alex got a letter in the mail. It wasn't just an apology, it was a job offer. A new position at Hale Industries. But this time, it came directly from Richard himself, handwritten with a note that said, a second chance for both of us. Months passed. Alex was back on his feet, working as a supervisor with a fair salary and respect he'd earned the hard way. Richard visited often, not as a boss, but as a friend. The two men who had once stood on opposite sides of power had found common ground through something much stronger than success, kindness. One evening, at a company event, Richard took the stage. The crowd expected another speech about profits or expansion. But instead, he told them about the night he nearly died and the man who saved him. He looked across the room at Alex and said, kindness saved my life. Not money, not power, just one man's decision to care when he didn't have to. And that changed everything. That night, Alex sat with Emma watching the stars. Daddy, she asked, why did you help that man if he hurt you? Alex smiled, brushing her hair from her face. Because, sweetheart, hurting people doesn't heal the world. Kindness does. Sometimes the people who need kindness the most are the ones who deserve it the least. Emma leaned against him and whispered, I want to be kind like you, Daddy. He wrapped his arm around her and whispered back, you already are. And so, a night that began with pain and regret ended with forgiveness and hope. A CEO learned that even the highest walls can fall with a single act of compassion. A single dad proved that strength isn't about revenge, it's about grace. Because at the end of the day, kindness isn't weakness. It's power, the kind that can rebuild lives, heal hearts, and remind us that we all have the chance to be better, one act at a time. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Kind Heart Stories for more true and inspiring tales. And remember, kindness costs nothing, but it changes everything.